Our second guest this morning is our wonderful veterans agent, Wil Remillard. And Wil, you've given a lot of great service to the town, starting with the fire department, where you worked your way up through the ranks to chief and did a good job there. And now, for the last few years, you've been a veterans agent. So you've helped a lot of veterans I know. I know friends of mine have told me, and you're doing a great job. So.
Oh, thank you for that.
Always nice to talk with you. Good to see you.
And thank you for having me on. I just wanted to come on this month and try to let people know that we're having a Veterans Day ceremony on, of course, November 11th. That's a Saturday this year at 11 a.m. at the Island Pond Cemetery. It's the usual event we have, and we have a guest speaker this year is Sergeant Matthew Hart. I think a lot of folks might know Matt Hart, but they may not have known that he was a staff sergeant in the United States Marine Corps. So he'll be speaking, and we will have the Selectman Julie Kavanaugh will speak as well. And we always have Reverend Jim David does a fantastic job with the prayer for us. And we have a young man, Alex Tapia, who plays taps, and he too has done a wonderful job. And I got to compliment all of the Scouts in town, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, Sea Scouts, because they're there to do the Pledge of Allegiance, but they also go prior to the event and kind of police the area and clean it up and make sure it's looking nice.
And they always come to the Memorial Day service too.
They do. They're wonderful, and the Scouts and the leaders, they do a fantastic job for us.
You've been doing this at Island Pond Cemetery for a number of years, right? Is that one of our oldest cemeteries here in town, or what's the reason for
I think it may be one of our oldest, and it's a nice area. There's a setting for a veterans circle way down towards the back, the north end of the cemetery, and there's a beautiful flagpole and a stone monument there for veterans, and so that's where it's been held. And it was done there by Norm Gill, who was my predecessor for years. And then I came on in 2009, I think it was, and we've been doing that event every year. And some years we have rain and cold, but hopefully this year we'll have some pleasant weather.
Not the wind we've been having, thank God.
Exactly, yeah.
Is the entrance to that's down near Tom Blute's monument shop?
Exactly.
That's what I thought.
Island Pond Road runs just between Crosby Monument and the funeral home there.
Okay.
Morris O'Connor and Blute.
Blute's Corner should be the two brothers. That's great. So starts at 11 o'clock?
It does. It's a Saturday this year.
Okay.
So that's it.
And we have these programs around.
Yeah, I'm going to put some flyers out here and at Town Hall, and so folks to see and all that. So it'd be great to have a good turnout.
Okay. Anything else you want to cover, Wil?
Well, I'm always amazed that people sometimes don't understand what we do, and as a veteran service officer, they're calling us now, we provide a service to assist veterans in applying for benefits. Those benefits could be with the federal government through the Department of Veterans Affairs, or there are a lot of state benefits for low-income veterans that we help with. And I'm always surprised when I meet a new veteran or the surviving spouse of a veteran who may be in low income and had not been aware that there was such a benefit.
Right.
And I can give you a rough estimate. Those low-income benefits, of course, are based on assets and income, and the asset level is quite low. For an individual, it's $5,000 of liquid assets, and for a couple, it's $9,000.
Wow.
And the income levels are low too. The income level for an individual is $2,010 a month, and then that's a gross income, and that's a combined income for a veteran and spouse would be like closer to $3,000 a month. So those are still very low. And so people maybe don't understand that they might be eligible for some small little bit of assistance that we provide, but it seems to be very helpful when you're on that low of income. But if a person, for instance, Ron, if a person is entitled to a benefit through Mass Health, if they have the Mass Health Standard Insurance or Mass Health Buy-in, then they're probably entitled to a benefit from, and they're a veteran, or the surviving spouse of a veteran, they may be entitled to a benefit through our, what we call our Chapter 115 program. Or if they're entitled to fuel assistance or the SNAP program, they may be entitled as well. So that's a good kind of a water or benchmark.
What's the SNAP program?
The SNAP program is, I think they call it Department of Transitional Assistance, and it was once called food stamps.
Oh, okay.
Now it's called a SNAP program. You get a little card.
Yeah.
It's like a debit card, and you use that at the grocery store for some foods. So if folks are entitled to any of those lower income benefits through the state, then there's a good probability that they're entitled to the veterans benefit as well.
Good.
So we'd like to get the word out there that it is available to folks, and thanks for having me on to be able to spread that word.
Good, good.
Yeah.
I've already told my son to, when I bite the dust, to contact you for something that I'd like to have is a bronze toe plate for my grave, which is
Sure.
I'm entitled to as a veteran.
Sure.
And I didn't know that for a long time.
Yeah, qualifying veterans are entitled to a grave marker, what we call, and those are generally, you call it a toe plate. I think.
Yeah, well, it's
a footstone. It's usually a marker that's flush with the earth,
right.
and it has the veteran's name and rank and date of birth, date of death, and branch of service.
Branch of service.
And there's a line for, if they got something special like a silver star or a purple heart,
Yeah.
or something like
They're
that.
very nice.
But I hope you won't have to use that
I
anytime too
hope
soon.
not. I'm not ready to go, but
okay.
you never know.
But it is a
Well,
nice
it is
a nice thing available.
It's very nice looking too.
Yeah, and many veterans as well are entitled to go to the National Cemetery in Bourne, Massachusetts, to be buried there and interred there. And that's a very nice, they do a nice job there.
Well, I won't be doing that because my wife is buried up in Wellesley. So
Very good.
I want to be buried up there too.
Yeah, and you'd be entitled to, as well, to what they call military honors, where soldiers will come, a little honor guard, and they will fold the flag and hand the flag to next of kin and play taps, and it's a very nice small ceremony there, and they provide a similar ceremony at the National Cemetery in Bourne.
Yeah, we had a service like that at our church for a young woman who died, had been a Navy veteran,
Yeah.
and they came and presented a flag to her family.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's
Very
very,
nice
very
service.
touching. Yeah.
Very nice.
So, and all those arrangements can be made through one's funeral director.
Okay.
And I think that Robin Kelly has had a program here about planning, and a very good program. And the thing is to let your funeral director pick one and let them know what your wishes
Yeah,
are.
right.
As that way the family won't be struggling with those issues
That's right.
at an untimely
That's a great thing.
Yeah.
Is there a rain date for this, Will, or?
You know, we've never had a rain date, and we have had rain.
It's not supposed to rain. So
No,
I hope
we have had
don't.
rain, and even I think it was last year or the year before, John Blue provided a canopy for us
Oh, okay.
that
good.
they usually set up for
John's a good guy.
burial services, and that was very helpful. So,
Oh, yeah,
so,
absolutely.
So yeah, we'll have it probably rain or shine.
Okay. Well, from what the long-range forecast I saw, it sounds like it's going to be a pretty good day. So good luck, I hope, Will.
Okay, thanks an awful lot.
Well, good luck, and thank you very much for coming on.
Okay, thank you for having me.
Great to do this. This is
Okay,
wonderful.
my pleasure.